Hello everybody, this is Molly. Well, let me show you what I've been up to on my silhouette that I'm enjoying so much. A wonderful friend of mine had asked me to help her finish her wedding album. Now, she and I have both been married over 30 years. Me, it'll be 34 this year. I think she's 30 or 31 years this year. But she started her wedding album years ago and has just never finished it. Well, I have tons of Anna Griffin stuff, as y'all know, and I've got my new silhouette, so I wanted to see what I could do. Well, what started my thought process off was I'm going to say hundreds, because it's well over dozens, of these little Anna Griffin sentiment stickers that come with the card kits, and they say with sympathy, nothing to do with the wedding, hopefully, or for your new baby, or congratulations, or get well soon. A lot of sentiments that I just won't use on cards as often. Thank goodness I don't, haven't lost a lot of people, don't have a lot of friends that are sick, things like that. So I use all the birthdays and thank yous, but not these others. So how can I use those? So what I started off by doing was I took some of these, like this one said sympathy or something. I scanned it into my printer, went into Photoshop Elements, erased with the program the original wording, changed it to Mother of the Bride, and then reprinted it and cut it with the silhouette, and then laid it on top of the other label so that you couldn't see it. There's that one. And then like here's this one probably said on your special day or welcome new baby or something I won't be using, and I changed it to oh what a beautiful bride. Scan the label in. So I still got all the pretty, colorations and all, and I could still use the foil backing and all. Got rid of the words, typed what I wanted, and then used the silhouette to, print and then cut it. So I'm liking how these came out, but I needed some bigger pieces. So what I did next was, oh my goodness, is that big enough for you? Now it looks bigger than it is. It fits on a page as a title, but I went on. I used a font. I cannot pronounce it. It's like calligraphy with an IC on the end of it. Calligraphic. Anyway, Frame Soft is the name of the font. And I printed out this beautiful border. Well, I didn't print it out. I typed it in the Silhouette program and Silhouette Design Space. I was able to make this title piece for the page using the Silhouette print and cut. And I love it. So I'm going to show you how I made some more for birthday cards and things. If you can see all these. And then we'll learn how to do them. And then I'll share with you a wrap-up and all. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we've seen some examples. Now let's make one from scratch. Okay, let's get started. Now the first thing we're going to do, you have a couple of choices. You're going to come over here and pick text. And you have a choice. You can do your sentiment first and then try to find a frame that fits it. Or you can pick out a frame you love and then fit your sentiment into it. So let's do that. For this one, this little frame I picked here, it is the calligraphic, I'm going to show you, it looks like calligraphic frame soft. So I'm going to pick it. You can see it spelled up here. And if you don't have it, you can download it from DeFont or somewhere. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to type. And this one happens to be the letter O. Wait a minute. O. And I think it's caps O. Okay. This, in other words, it looks like a frame, huh? But it's actually a font. So this is the O in that font. So I've got it here. Okay. So I've got it sized to fit my card, let's say, or my little scrapbook layout. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to fill this with color, and I'm going to put I like my scrolls in the back a little lighter, so I'm going to do a pretty soft color. Come over here and pick the line color and change it to that soft. That might be a little too soft. Hold on, let's change it to, I'm going to change it to, just because I can. Well, that's not bad, an olive color. That'll go with Anna Griffin leaves and stuff. Okay, so I've got that color. There's my frame. Now I'm going to come over here, and for me to get this to print, I'm going to come over here to the blade and hit no cut. So now this is a no cut. You can tell that by the dark red lines are what cut, and if it doesn't have a dark red line around it, it's not cutting. So that's a no cut. Okay, now I want to take it, hit offset. Yes, I want an offset, so I'm just going to click there. And I'm going to come over here to the offset size. And my preference is not the 0.125, it's 0.08. So I'm going to apply that 0.8. And you can, if you can, let me change the line color for that on it so we can see it. It's going to be a cut line, so it won't matter. So you can see where that did me a great offset, but I don't want it to cut out the middle. So I'm going to take this, move this over. I'm going to come back over here and release compound path. I'm going to click off of it so I can click back on to the little one. And I'm going to delete that. So now I have a solid piece. Okay, if you're printing on white paper or whatever color you're printing on, this is going to, not this, this is going to print green. But this is not going to print anything if you leave the graphs in the back showing, you know, if you leave it empty. But because I'm going to want to see what it looks like on the pattern paper, I'm going to go ahead and fill that with white so that I can see more realistically what it's going to look like. So let me click on it, grab that little line, and then come over here and fill it with white. Okay, so hopefully, wait a minute, where'd it go? Let me undo. Okay, let me go back over here. I'm going to grab this. Oh, I did the lines white. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've got it filled with white. Okay, so now that's filled with white, so I can see what happens. Now, I want this to be a cut line. So I'm going to come back over here to cut, and I'm going to hit cut edge. So now you can see that's going to cut the outside of that. So when I set it to the printer, it's going to print these things, and then it would cut those outside lines. So I've got that so far. Now I'm going to go back over here to text, and this font is actually called Hello. So we're going to come down here to Hello, and that's where I spent hours looking for that font earlier, trying to remember what the name of it was, and it is called Hello. Oop, I've got it on caps. Sorry about that. Okay, seriously? Okay, so now there's my word hello. Okay, now if you can see these little red lines here, that would show you cut lines. Let me come up here and show you. See those? Well, you can't hardly see it there, but it would show you cut lines. But I've got it on no cut. If I show cut, if I asked it to cut, well, let me click on it. If I asked it to cut that, you could see where it would cut all those spaces. I don't want that. I want no cut, but I also don't want it to draw those lines or anything. So I'm going to hit weld. And now if you can see, let me enlarge this. There are none of those little red lines there because this has become one unit. So I'm going to size it to fit in here. And remember, I'm an Anna Griffin goo-goo, so I'm going to try to make it pretty Anna Griffin spring green and pink colors. So I'm now going to take it, let me click back on it where it's selected. I'm going to come over here to fill, and I'm going to fill it with a pretty Anna Griffin pink. Let's do a pretty Anna Griffin pink there. And I'm going to hit my line colors, the same color, so I can see what I'm looking at. So that would be my cut there. Now, I'm going to go ahead, no, let's see, I want to be able to put it on a pretty pattern like this one. See, when this is on this, when this cuts, it'll be pretty and go on a print paper. So what I'm going to do is select this back frame again, come back to offset, hit offset, and again, see how big it made it? I could leave it like that, but I just happen to like littler ones. So I'm going to come over here and hit 0.8 and apply. So it's going to give me a little bit smaller frame. I'm going to grab the wrong thing. I don't mean to do that. Let me undo so it puts it back where it was. Okay, I'm going to try to grab that bigger frame. Yeah, there, I got it. Okay, I'm going to move him over. And I'm going to come up here to cut. And make sure it's a cut. Okay, so now you can see what everything's cut, and that's good. Okay, now I want to come over here. Where in the heck is the pattern thing? I could never find those. Okay, there's the pattern. And here's the one that's the ones that come with silhouette, excuse me. But I have bought some down here. And like this is a pretty brown, antique brown one. But I use this watercolor one that I bought from the shop. And that's pretty. So now let me group all these things. I'm going to group so I can move them together. I'm going to bring them over here. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. Okay, so there's a more subtle one. And there's a cherry one. Okay, now I got to tell you that pink is really kind of killing me. I'm going to separate them so I'm going to print white. That pink is really kind of killing me. So I'm going to come up here to ungroup. Sorry. And I'm going to pick that, and I'm going to hit fill because I cannot take that pink. Sorry. I'm going to come over to this pink. That's better for me. Can you even tell the difference? Okay, and there's that. Okay, so now group everything back. Check my work right there. Oh, yeah, that's going to be cute on an Anna Griffin card. Now, let's say I don't like this print right here. I'm going to go back up here to pattern. Let's see if Silhouette has anything I might want. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that's kind of pretty, huh? I like that. Okay, now I'm going to be downloading myself some more patterns soon, so I should have plenty. Let's see what this, oop, let's click it again. Let's see what that one looks like. Oop, no. Click it again, get that one. Oh, no. Okay, we're going back to choice A because I don't have my other patterns loaded. Okay, so here's that one, and you can see where that's going to be like that. Now, I could just fill this with the color. You want to do that? I'm actually going to come over here. I'm going to pick this green. Yeah, where's the green? I'm going to pick that green. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to let it do. Okay, so check my cut lines. Good to go. Okay, now I'm going to, I've got my registration marks on. Come back off here. I'm just going to get back where I can see. And I'm going to hit File, Print. Now I have it set on an 8.5 by 11. I should have, let me check. 8.5 by 11 paper loaded. I do. So I'm going to hit Print. Send it to the right printer. And then we're going to see how fast this little puppy prints. Okay, so now that you've seen me sending it off to print, and yes, it does print, if you can see here, this is the actual thing on the Anna Griffin card. And you can see why I was trying to go for the bright greens and things. And what this piece is a, she sells something called vintage collage pieces. And she takes some of her pretty artwork and her die cuts and all, and makes just a single piece of a collage that you're supposed to use on the front of a card. Well, the problem is, like this one right here said, Mom, you know, to my mom. Well, I've already used one like it to give to my mom for Mother's Day, and I have about 20 more or 30 more Mother's Day titles probably. And my mom's 94, so, you know, God willing and the creek don't rise. Will I really get through 20 or 30 of them? Here's hoping. But anyway, I'm thinking I could cover it up. So I've already used this mom one. And the hello fit on it beautifully. Here's another card finished. You saw a quick on the screen thing of the thank you that I used. And what this one was the die cut from Anna. Whoop, 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 printed upside down, excuse me. This says get well soon. Again, I have been so blessed that I have not had any friends or family get sick, you know, not plastic here, get sick lately, so I haven't had to send any get well cards. And so I took that, put it on an Anna Griffin card back with a pretty gold foil die cut, and then just put that thank you over it. I do use thank you cards and hello friend and happy birthday, things like that. Just don't use as much get well soon, sympathy, and new babies being born and all that stuff. So there's that card. Here's another one I made with one of those titles from the brighter color pieces that I made. And again, it's an Anna Griffin card background. An Anna Griffin elephant die cut, isn't he, darling? From one of her card kits. The flowers are from Cricut, actually. I cut those with my Cricut. And then this title was made, this border with these flags attached is actually a font, you know, a letter from a font that I made into the background and then typed Make a Wish. If you can see that font is a chalkboard font that I used on it. And I made a darling little piece for that card. And then here's just some of the other titles that have been cut out and all. So you can see where I had fun with it. I want to thank all of y'all who have been watching this. I hope that it helped shed a little light on something, or maybe give you with a little bit of ideas of what you can do with some fonts. I will have some of the fonts that I use on my blog spot. I love minialbums.blogspot.com. And if you like this or find it the least bit useful, please hit the like button or share button. And I want to again thank everyone who's put their videos up to teach me what I'm learning about the silhouette. I am loving it so far. Now, I need to get back to work on Pam's beautiful album. So y'all have fun crafting and keep those comments and things coming. I just love them. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.